All right, here we are.
Yes, hello.
Are we
Fucking bunch of morons.
Bunch of cultists.
Yeah, great. That's what we need. We need more cult scare in the United States. That's what we need, and it's an LGBTQ cult as well, which is even better for
exactly.
those Christian moms.
Y'all, like, do I have permission to trumpet?
Uh,
To trumpet?
like the instrument or politics?
Instrument.
Just don't play anything that's very similar to copyright, okay?
No, it was literally.
Is that just the mouthpiece?
Yes, it does the
I
mouthpiece.
knew it, dude. My 7 years of playing a brass instrument is paying off. Hey, remember earlier when I said we were
I
going to go on
couldn't
a
even do
massive
that, but I
tangent
can
with
tell
just
it's
these three
insane.
questions? We haven't even gotten to the first one where we're going on a tangent.
Yep.
Isn't that glorious? Okay,
We
so
haven't even made it through the intro.
the intro is inconsequential.
Yes.
Okay, it's past the first minute. We can say whatever the fuck we want now.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay,
So, I just go to the first question.
Might as fucking well. Intros don't matter. The only thing that
Alright.
matters in life is cock. Anyway, I'm a bit
I
too loud
agree.
in OBS. I gotta turn myself down. Now I'm too quiet.
Agreeable.
This is fucking retarded. Anyway, first question. Now this question may alter our friendships. It may change how you view me, but it has to be asked. Was
no.
Jesus a boob man or an ass man?
I honestly believe that Jesus was a bisexual, which would put him in the ass man category.
Firmly an ass.
I-
Okay. So we got
I
one
agree.
for ass. We got one for ass.
I also agree with this. I think he was an ass man.
Alright, well, that took way less time than I thought it would.
Well, it's firmly because he's a bisexual.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Because
see him
everyone has an ass, okay? Unless you're Deadpool in that one scene where he got ripped in half by Juggernaut. But anyway, everyone
honestly,
has
I
an
could-
ass, which means you can enjoy it no matter who it is, you know?
Exactly.
Honestly, I could see Jesus being Pan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pan Jesus?
I mean, yeah.
Grievous.
Yep,
Grievous.
me too. Okay, well, the second thing isn't really a question, it's more of a topic that I want your guys' opinion on. But
Okay.
the first use of lick my ass was written by a knight who had his hand shot off by a cannon and wrote it with an iron hand. How do you guys feel about this? This is true, by the way. This is actually true history.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he wrote that exact phrase after his hand was shot off, but he wrote that phrase.
You guys continue on this topic. My mom is calling me. I will be back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm in tears about this.
this is history.
Okay.
This is 100% true. I'm moving my mouse. I should probably stop doing that. This is 100% history, and that's the best part about it. Is it's
Oh my
fact.
God. That is so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
More like, oh my God, I could be crying right now. Like that is honestly,
There's so many layers to it as well.
like how did he come up with this? What was the creative process to lick my ass?
Okay, so I'm gonna dive a bit into the history of this guy. I don't remember his name, but I'll dive a bit into this history after we talk about just the phrase "lick my ass" coming to be.
Like, okay, did it initially start out as something like that would at least sound somewhat fancy or just Indo-European in nature?
The only thing I could think that would fit that is taste my taint, but I don't think anyone has said that in their lives until today. But I don't think so. I think he just wrote it because he thought it was funny. And you know what? I commend that man.
Lick my ass. That is perfect. It's like eat my short.
It's so fucking random, but it's flawlessly random. That's the thing. It's like if it's
It's
random, but it's flawlessly random,
it's
perfect.
amazing.
That
Yeah.
that is a recipe for 21st century humor right there. He was the
Yeah.
first. He was the first TikTok comedian. We didn't even know it.
He was the first Gen Z. That was the first Gen Zer.
He was
Like
the
that.
first. He
That
was the first Gen Z comedian. And when was he alive? I don't even know. All I know is that he was a knight, but he was also alive when cannons became widespreadly used.
so that puts him firmly in like maybe the 16th century BCE.
Not no, not BC, because
No, B. Oh yeah, not BCE.
BC and
ACE.
BCE are the same thing. Different terms for the same time period.
Common Era. You know what I mean.
AD.
I-
That's what you mean.
AD. ADCE. Either way.
Doesn't
Now,
matter.
gonna have a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Did
Okay. Well,
Canon?
but
When
yeah,
did
he was
Canon?
alive forever ago, and he came up with
Uh,
essentially the one of my favorite comebacks to an insult, which is "eat my ass."
okay, okay. Apparently, and this is Wikipedia.
So
Um,
take it with a grain of salt.
grain of salt. Cannon were used for warfare by the late 13th century in the Yuan dynasty and spread throughout Eurasia in the 14th century. During the Middle Ages, large and small cannons were developed for siege and battlefields, meaning they probably got to Europe, to the full Europe, mid 14th century.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 15th century.
15th century.
That's when I'm guessing he was alive.
Oh, yeah, man was really out here thinking in Gen Z terms
He was
in
he
the
was
50s.
living in 2021 in the mid 15th century. Like goddamn. Hold on.
God damn. Like, okay, how much opium do you think this man did? Because, like, opium addictions were more common than they are now. That's some hot political commentary. We're just gonna walk past. But yeah, like, opium addictions were hyper common back then.
Okay, I was right. Gottfried Gortz von Berkeligen, however the fuck you say that, was alive from 1480 to 1562.
Oh my god. So it was more late 15th century?
No, because he died in 1562, and he was locked in his castle, drunk off his ass for the last 20 years of his life.
Is that is
Yeah,
that
he was put under house arrest by the Holy Roman Emperor, and he just spent his last 20 years of life drunk off his ass in his castle.
that and that's canon?
Yeah, yep.
My jokes my jokes
There's
are gonna be the highlight of this podcast.
And apparently, the metal hand, the iron hand he got was so like delicate that he could still write with a quill, which is important because it was his right hand that got shot off, and he was a poet. So,
He was a knight and a poet.
hmm
Hmm.
so
Seems
his
ironic. Yeah, got
he's
shot off.
nicknamed Gotz of the Iron Hand, which is really interesting.
A poet came up with lick my ass.
hmm which means every
Oh,
time you say "eat my ass," you can pass it off in literature class because a poet came up with it. My phone just
this
vibrated.
this is oh my god! I know the perfect comeback to my English teacher.
This is absolutely like I think God wanted us to know this
In,
information.
in the great words of what's his name?
Fuck. Hold on, let me look. Gotz von Berklickingen.
In the great words of that,
Yeah, lick my ass.
and then my teacher's just she's gonna look at me say, "Did you just yes, I did just quote a 15th century poet."
No, he didn't live in his castle for the last 20 years of his life. He lived. Hold on, wait. I gotta read this entire thing. Hold on.
Was it more than the last 20?
I don't know if this is right, but it says from 1517.
So for 50 years.
I don't know if that's entirely true, but
That's funny if it is. For 50 years, this man was locked in his house, shit faced. That is
okay, no, I
serious.
don't think that's entirely true. Hold on.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. While you're doing this, you should find us on Anchor.
Oh, yeah, we gotta plug that. Hold on. Although they might be, some of these people might be listening on Anchor or listening to one of the places that Anchor distributes to.
If you're listening from one of our many distributors, uh, please go find us on Anchor
Or actually YouTube. I'd say YouTube.
or the YouTube if you want to directly support us. Either
And
way,
if you're on YouTube, link to the Anchor in the description. If I remember to do
ex-
that when I upload this.
exactly.
Take
And
that statement with a grain of salt because I might fucking forget.
and just just maybe, we'll answer some of your burning questions in the
Okay,
next episode.
so from well, yeah, we got to finish the plug, and then I have more information on this guy. Yeah, maybe if you
So
guys get good questions in there, we might have some real good question, or we might have good answers for you. And if that's the case, then you'll keep asking more questions. And by the way, don't do some dumb shit. Don't be like the goons comment section where you're like spaghetti or meat. I will personally find you in game, in game, in game.
in game, definitely. Wait.
Okay. Anyway, plug done. So, from 1544 until he died in 1562, he lived in his castle drunk off his ass.
So how long did he spend? 1554 to 1562.
1544 to 1562.
So
18 years.
he he spent time he could have used developing an entire human being shit faced.
What a Chad, dude. Honestly.
What a Chad. What a Sigma male move. Okay, like no man, no other men, no women.
This is potentially the first man on a Sigma grind set.
Potentially.
He also had two wives. I'm assuming he divorced both of them, and he left three daughters after he died.
That is
And
Sigma male grind.
and and seven sons. Seven.
Okay, that is a Sigma male
He
grind
had
site.
he had 10 children and ignored them being drunk off his ass for the last 18 years of his life. Holy shit. That
Sigma
is a
male grind.
true that is a true Sigma male. Like,
That is a true Sigma male.
god damn. Holy shit. That is hilarious. That is actually probably one of the funniest things I've read today.
The Sigma male grind set is strong with this one.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
That
That's
is
perfect.
hands down my favorite historical figure now. Go to hell
Hands down.
FDR. Go to hell FDR. Go to hell. We got this man. All right.
Yeah, that
The
was all timing. I'm back.
potentially the first Sigma male.
Sigma male.
What did I come back to?
We were talking about the
Okay.
guy who first invented the phrase "lick my ass." He is a true
We're talking
Sigma.
about it. Oh yeah, okay. Good.
This man is a true Sigma male. Holy
He
shit.
spent the last Okay, to catch you up to speed, he spent the last
Here, I
18
have
years.
the Wikipedia article open. I can bring Seraph up to speed. So
Okay.
essentially, so this man lost his arm from a cannon during a battle. He got a metal arm, a metal or an iron arm that could hold like a shield and a sword, but it was delicate enough that it could hold a quill. He kept writing poetry until and then after all of his battles, after all of his trials and stuff were done, in 1544, he fucking went into his castle and stayed there drunk off his ass until he died in 1562. He left 3 daughters and 7 sons. He just ignored them to be drunk off his ass all day in his castle.
Jesus.
So yeah,
For,
this man is the true Sigma grind set.
Yeah,
not
he's the
only
man
that,
who
he had two
six.
wives, and didn't
I'm
you say he divorced both
it,
of them?
it didn't say that, but I'm assuming he did. Knowing how much of a Chad this man is, he probably divorced both of them.
During a and it wouldn't have even been a legitimate divorce. That's the best part.
Hmm.
Because divorce back then just didn't have it. He
Because he
probably
was
just
he was German, which meant he was under the rule of the Holy Roman Empire. Which, fun fact, or at least the former Holy Roman Empire, but it was all Catholic. Which, fun fact, Catholicism outlaws divorces, but he just said fuck that. It's either that or he just had 2 wives at the same time. Either way, this man is a true Sigma.
Sigma grind set moments.
Yeah, holy shit.
Like, this is the biggest Sigma male I think I've ever heard of. Like, seriously. He spent 18 years in the
Just
grind.
in the true grind set. Holy shit. That is actually one of the funniest. I just found out about this earlier as well. His arm is in a museum, I think, in Germany.
We
So
need to we
we
need to go find.
yeah, we need to go down and just check it out. We need to see the arm of a true Sigma male.
Could we steal the arm, maybe? Crimey?
This is gonna be a whole Payday 2 heist, except we're stealing a metal arm from a guy who
Oh
died
my
a
god.
couple hundred years ago. I can hear Razormind playing now.
I can hear "Don't Act Dumb" on my headset right now. Like,
Okay. Sorry, my computer crapped itself once again.
It ain't that joyous.
Well, it is. It is.
ain't that joyous while we're trying to, like actually do something? Like,
We're trying to
Hey,
make
it's.
we're trying to get that CPM up, all right?
I mean, hey,
Despite the
at
fact that we
least I
don't
have
make
a
any money
working
for this
computer.
podcast yet, we're trying to get the CPM up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which actually makes sense. We're trying to get the CPM up from 0.
Yes. Um.
Maybe once we actually start making money from this podcast, that money can just go to financing, getting Seraph. Not like building a computer, just a better laptop.
Well, I'm gonna like build myself a computer, and it's like we don't even have to worry about that. It's just like it can go to like affording us like better gear in general, like
Yeah,
get everybody like better
like
like mics and
maybe it can
stuff.
go to like renting like a recording studio, and then people
Or
can meet
yeah,
up in
even that
person.
that'd be cool.
Or maybe like a nitro, for maybe like boosting the server again.
But well, really, I'm thinking about the podcast, not the server here. That's not a bad idea, but like I do think renting a recording studio should be like a pretty close to number one thing for using the money for this because that'd be better because it's professional recording equipment and it's very nice
But,
stuff.
but I hate to say this, since I'm not one of the Colorado peeps.
Well, that's not the okay. That's not the thing. Is like you can still record like stuff on a computer. It's just the people who can meet up in person can.
Okay, so it'd be like just for those Colorado peeps to like get better technology and like w- obviously us people featuring in from like our respective states are obviously going to have you know our stuff. We're going to get like stuff from this as well. It's not going to be like a you know
Well, yeah,
you know what I'm talking.
international shipping exists. So
Right. Exactly.
international, interstate, all that. We can. It's not just because like recording studios are only like $25 a day or an hour. So like
Really?
that's only like $50 every podcast episode. So like any so if we're actually making shmoney from this, then the rest of that can be used to finance better audio equipment for the people who can't meet up in person.
Yeah.
So
Because flying to Colorado once a week is just not efficient.
not efficient, not good. That sounds
Not only is it not
expensive.
Yeah, no,
like
it would definitely be expensive.
Like
Like,
that's like two. That's like what? Like a couple hundred a week, isn't it? That sounds
I'm
real
depending where you are,
inefficient.
yeah.
Well,
not just inefficient, it's like hyper expensive in a time where I don't have money.
yeah, we'll work on getting people outside of the Square Mountain State some audio equipment.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh,
I do think having a recording studio would be nice because that also helps even with the people out of state and can help with that kind of stuff too.
it can help like fix our broken audio that's coming over, international or interstate,
Interstate
like
and all that.
well, it really
Who's
depends
texting me?
who.
Oh no, I think
Good.
it's Reddit.
Sorry, guys. I am fixing something as we speak. I cannot say the word because this is going up on YouTube.
Okay.
It's a noose, isn't
No, it's not news.
it? Okay. Okay. No.
I'm not
It's
because that
a
was
little miniature Christmas tree.
Oh. Okay. I. Okay.
no, that is again not it. It's take an take like that thing you use for eating steak and like spreading butter,
Okay.
Yeah.
make it pocket.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't. I failed to see how this is against YouTube TOS.
I don't know.
Is saying that against YouTube TOS? I don't know. I don't
I
think
don't know.
so.
Considering like the context for this,
We don't need
like
to know the
I
context. You can
it's
say
fair.
what it is without saying anything in context.
Can sharing the context is the problem.
Then just don't. Don't, lol.
You raise a good point.
No,
Oh,
yeah, that is a possibility. That is one solution to said problem.
It's a pretty easy one too, because it means using less muscles because you don't have to say anything about it. It just works.
Yeah, but this person likes using their muscles. The lunk alarm.
We'll just use them for
sorry.
something else that isn't context. All right. Listen, if there's one thing I've learned from being in this server for as long as I have, context is unnecessary.
That's very true.
All right. Do we want to get into my last question real
Oh,
quick?
sure.
It's kind of a dumb one. I mean, like,
Okay.
real dumb. So, I heard this term recently. I wanted to know if either of you know what the fuck this means. What the hell does gay squared mean?
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So
Like,
I
gay times
actually know.
gay.
Gay times gay.
So it's
Is it
essentially.
mathematic or chemistry? Like, what type is it?
I mean, a lot of chemistry is math, so it if it is
Why not
chemistry, it is
both?
still math.
Okay, anyway. Say what you were gonna say.
Uh, it's what happens when you take Tumblr and Tumblr culture and multiply it by old Tumblr culture. If you catch my drift.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
I see.
Yep. Okay.
I love how we all just immediately got that.
Yep. No, that was not an issue.
um, see what I see is that I think gay squared is just the server. I think the server is gay squared.
This server is gay to the power of like 38.
Now, how many people are in the server? It's
I
like
just pulled
26 or
38 out of my
something.
ass. I could actually count right now if you want me to.
No, it's gay to the magnitude of 38. Okay.
Oh god. Oh
1, 2, 3,
god.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, this is no longer letting me scroll down. Cool. My computer's gonna shit itself again.
Oh, funny. Speaking of shitting ourselves, this.
Oh, this concerns me.
So I'm chilling like a
Okay.
villain in my straight best friend's room, right?
Okay.
His dog walked in, and we're sitting there, and I am playing Overwatch, and
Okay.
I am sucking at Overwatch,
Okay.
and I'm sitting there, and I'm actually like getting some kills up with Reinhardt, and then his dad walks through my line of sight, farts in the corner next to me, and then walks back through my line of sight.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My computer died. I hate everything. What? His dad walks through my line of sight, and then my computer goes silent. His dad walks through my line of sight.
Absolutely ripped ass.
Like right into a vent that shoots air really close to my face in the front of the room, and then walks through my line of sight and out the door like nothing happened.
Holy, holy
That's
shit.
amazing.
That is
That sounds like
amazing.
something my dad would do.
Something.
I touched one whiff of it, and then I just collapsed to the ground, gasping for air. And every
That
time
man's
I
fart gave you asthma.
asthma.
That's a good one.
Asthma. Anyway, no, like
The
I'm laying,
fucking
I'm laying on the ground, gasping for air, and every time I take a breath in, it's just more.
Oh no.
no. Oh no. That's awful.
It's what I imagine like American soldiers first felt in the trenches when getting hit with mustard gas.
Oh
You
god.
really did not know. You did not say those words to me.
That's
You did
fucking
not
dark.
say those
That is
words.
dark.
It was probably British soldiers, not. I mean, American soldiers definitely did, but not as much as the British.
No, like I mean like American soldiers late in the war, they had no idea what was going on, so they just come charging in, guns toting, fucking
I
get
mean, the
hit with mustard
British probably told them what was happening, but
gas. You know we don't believe the British.
now I'm talking about in the middle of a war.
Do you think we believe the British? We whooped their ass. And the last time we
But
were
we had
the
to
last
work with them, so like I don't think
And
that we
also,
would be
in order
like
to whip their ass, we had to get help from the French. Fuck the French.
exactly.
yeah,
Like
fuck,
if we were gonna trust the French, we trusted the British, unfortunately. It was
Yeah.
like we gotta, but
After
okay.
after the 1812 war, I think we kind of got over that shit, and we were like, yeah, we're cool. And then some Serbian guy finished eating his Subway sandwich, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna shoot this Archduke. Let's fucking kill this man. Again, actual history. By the way,
nah, it wasn't Subway, it was Jimmy John's.
yeah, someone like that would eat Jimmy John's. Yeah.
Hey, I used to eat Jimmy John's, okay? That doesn't mean I'm a terrorist.
No, but the owner should be tried as one.
That's a quote. That's a quote and a half.
What?
Good.
But I used
I
to
think
eat Jimmy
that
John's. That doesn't mean I'm a terrorist.
Dude, the Jimmy John CEO would shoot a snow leopard. I'm convinced of that.
I can't argue with that.
He's a garbage human.
I mean, like, honestly, is this how, like, soldiers getting hit with mustard gas first felt? Like, they just, like, died and then they just kept inhaling it and dying?
Probably, yeah. Honestly, I think
Like,
that's historically accurate.
and then my buddy, who is asthmatic, mind you, starts having an asthma attack on the floor next to
No
me.
fucking way. This man ripping ass in an air vent causes someone's asthma attack. No shot,
I-
dude. No shot.
Because he starts hyperventilating, trying to, like he's trying to he's panicking, trying to get me off the ground, and I'm just like, "Bud, you need to breathe. You need to breathe normally." And he's like,
Oh God.
God, you're that that dad almost got charged with a war crime.
His fart is a chemical weapon.
Yep.
His
I
ass
mean, technically, farts all
is against the Geneva Convention.
Yep.
technically farts are sulfuric gas.
And at a big
So,
enough scale, that is a chemical weapon. So I mean,
of scale, that's a chemical weapon, and if it killed two children,
Geneva Convention.
exactly, that
Taking
would
that man to the Hague.
The Hague.
That's where you get prosecuted for war crimes.
not the Hague.
I thought that was just like the backwards gulag.
No.
Like when you first said that, this is what my brain instantly thought.
Backwards gulag would be Galug.
Galug. That's funny.
Nah.
Okay, so I have a quick story to tell from my time.
Well, hypothetically.
No.
No, we are not doing Ben Shapiro on the podcast. I have a quick little story to tell from my trip to Cancun, and we can just go from there. So,
Okay.
so wake up one morning, as one does, and we go down, and this resort we were staying at had like a little area for coffee, where like you would sit down and then you could go. It's like a self-serve coffee machine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that makes
we were
sense.
just sitting there, sipping coffee, and we look, and the lobby is within view of where we're sitting. So we look to the right, and standing in this lobby is this bootleg ass goofy costume just standing there. Like,
Menacingly.
it might as well have been. Like, this goofy costume was so half-assed and bootlegged. It was so funny. But it was one
Tell me you got a picture of it.
my brother did. I did not get a picture of it. I'll have to ask him.
Okay.
You gotta get that picture
of
from
it
your
and
brother.
I
you
gotta get
gotta
that
see
picture from
this.
my brother. Yeah, but
get the picture from your brother because bootleg Goofy is something we all need to see.
yeah.
I think
And
that's something we
so
all need in our lives.
after I'd say about 15, 20 minutes, he like vanished. And we all had to assume that what happened was he heard the Disney branded Black Hawk helicopters flying overhead and he had to get the fuck out of there. Because he did not want to be taken down by the Disney SWAT team.
Is that a canon thing now that Disney just has a SWAT team ready at all times to go attack bootleggers?
I fucking hope so. All of the SWAT team members have the like Mickey Mouse ears on their helmets.
I'm going to Photoshop that now.
Please do. Please do. We need this.
I feel like that's something that like Raccoon could do so well. He would
Wait.
100% turn that into an amazing meme.
Wait. Yaha! Your time is over, sucker!
That's a good one. Good shit.
Oh, I
Honestly.
can't do a good Mickey voice.
I couldn't do a good Mickey voice since my balls and
I have-
cheeks dropped.
I have a prop. Give me another moment. Yaha! Pick up the helmet, loser!
Oh, I have a Pringles can somewhere around here. I could do Bane.
I can do Stitch. Oh, Hannah means family. Family means nobody gets left
I was
behind.
born in the edge.
Motherfucker.
Molded by it. I didn't see a conga line until I was just a man. Okay. Well, we still got 20 minutes to go. Anyone have any topics they want to talk about?
So, those little, like, weird Magic the Gathering, like, advertisement cards that they stick in the pack are so annoying. Right?
I can't relate because I play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Same here. I mean, I
Oh.
play a little bit of Magic, but
I'm a
less.
Yu-Gi-Oh person.
You two are dweebs then. That makes sense.
Huh?
Okay.
You are just as
Okay.
much of a dweeb for playing Magic.
It's
All right.
the most-
This is like Hitler calling Himmler a fascist. Like,
You did not just compare me to fucking Hitler.
no, I didn't compare you to Hitler. I compared what you said to. Fuck it. I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I'm a dumbass. I don't know. But it's like,
Aren't we
so
all?
are you, because you play Magic. Like, you
Yeah, that's
can't.
what I said.
You cannot escape this void because it's a different card game. They're made by the same company.
Okay, but I play the Actually, no. Konami makes Magic. Wizards of the Coast. No, Konami makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Wizards of the Coast handles Magic the Gathering.
Well, no, they're printed by the same company.
Yeah, they're printed, but they're both printed in offshore sweatshops paid by the company.
That's something that Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and iPhones have in common.
But do you know where they get their parts for iPhones?
Let's not.
Samsung part factory.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, so I watch someone who will repair like technology, and he'll get Macs sometimes, and he'll open it up, and every time he sees something from Samsung, he'll point it out. And every MacBook he gets, there's like four things in that are labeled Samsung.
Like, there's unlabeled parts, which we can just assume.
And also, up until the latest MacBook, the processor was Intel's. Which, by the way, is a shit processor by itself. But it's also being stolen by Apple.
Like everything else that they have.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you remember when it took Apple 2 years to have picture-in-picture when Samsung had it? For
Mm-hmm.
longer? Fuck yeah. Dude, I love picture-in-picture. It's like my favorite thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else?
Hmm?
Huh.
Samsung had Face ID first. They had Face ID first.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
They manufactured the first of the the first Siri. Essentially, how it goes is Siri was initially pitched by an intern who worked for both companies,
Mm-hmm. He's a
and
double agent.
Samsung turned it down.
Mm.
Mm.
They were on.
So. Oh, sorry.
Well, no, they
Continue.
were like they were on the cusp of greatness, the cusp of being the ultimate brand.
I mean,
When it
not
comes
really,
to-
because Siri sucks cock, but
He doesn't mean that, dear.
I want your phone to hear this.
My phone is Samsung. I have an iPad on my bed though.
Well, I want your iPad to hear this then. Besides, it doesn't matter. Alexa's better than anything else.
Alexa,
It sends information to Amazon, but Alexa is superior. But I mean, like,
Alexa will.
Bix,
I
but I mean,
Daddy
like,
Bezos to have my
but I
information.
mean, like, Bixby sends data to Samsung, and Siri sends data to Apple. It's the same thing, different companies.
Fair.
But Samsung and Apple already are gonna know your information.
I mean, so's Amazon. You get shit shipped to your house all the fucking time.
Yeah, but it's more like Amazon doesn't have pictures of you and your family. They don't have.
I mean, they do for me because I have an Amazon tablet, but that's not everyone.
I mean, also Amazon owns, or at least has some kind of
They own
owning
Kindle,
to a
don't they?
lot of social medias as well.
I think no, that's Facebook. I think you're thinking of. Amazon
yeah.
doesn't really own that many. It's mostly Facebook.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, and that's all Mark Zuckerberg.
The Zuck.
Mark Zuckerberg.
I like
Yeah.
calling him the Zuck because it's funny as fuck.
The Zuck is funny as fuck. The lizard boy.
Lizard Man. There's a picture. I have to find it, but it's like Mark Zuckerberg in his childhood. And it's like two normal kids and then a robot.
I just love the video of him just saying smoked meats over and over again.
Wasn't that during a Facebook stream?
Yeah. Smoked meats. You guys should have some smoked meats. Have you had some smoked meats?
Have you guys seen
ribs?
Have you guys seen the presentation where he's like, and I was human. I mean, not saying I'm not human now. I'm just referring to myself in the past.
Did he say that?
He said that. He said those words.
Of the idea that Mark Zuckerberg at one point in time was a human who got too ambitious, built an AI, and the AI has just entirely eaten his life.
Yeah,
I think
And,
so. I wouldn't be surprised.
Like the real Mark Zuckerberg is like locked in his basement screaming for help every day.
I was human. I mean, that's fucking
Okay.
fun.
So The thing, Facebook owns so much shit because they own like own two giant companies. They own two giant entities, not companies. They own Instagram and Oculus.
Oh, I forgot that Oculus is owned by them.
Yeah.
Fuck. Ugh.
Hmm.
And God, now there's also the fucking metaverse. The that is scary.
That was terrifying to hear, especially, like after what happened today. Like, and I'm sitting there, like, breaking, and then Rack just adds, well, you might actually not be considering the metaverse is real. It's like, huh,
I mean,
thank you
like
for that.
I have read Snow Crash too, which is about the metaverse and about how it is literally just real life. Like it's all advertisements. It's all just corporate bullshit.
And
Like that's what Snow Crash is about, and that's what the metaverse is going to be.
that's awful. That
This
is
is a
terrifying.
joyous conversation, isn't it?
100.
Oh my god.
Can we get back to lick my ass, please?
Um. Yes, but who was the first person to say "suck my ass"?
That's another good question.
And I think we're gonna have to. Never mind. How much longer do you think we have?
About 15 minutes.
Okay. 'Cause I thought we started at like 30. And I was about to say, and we're gonna have to save that for next time.
No, we still got time. I'm shooting for an hour, so
Okay.
if it goes above that, whatever. I'm not gonna be like McNasty, where I'm gonna be like, it's an hour, bye.
But are we gonna be doing this like bi-weekly or like
I'm gonna
what are
shoot
you
for
looking?
weekly. If we can get
Okay.
at least 3 people in to talk, then I'm gonna
I
shoot
could
for that.
participate at least a good like 90% of the time, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
so
Guys, I've got nothing going on at like 6. At
I
like
think that it would be maybe a little bit easier for some people,
If we moved it to the
like
weekend,
it if like yeah, if we either did it on the weekend or like a little bit earlier than 6
maybe
because
well, the
like
Fridays
problem,
too. My issue
the
is I couldn't
problem,
get on until about 6,
mhm.
and then we didn't
the
even
problem,
start until about like 6:40. So
Yeah.
and the problem
It's
for
just
me.
like John usually has to head to bed by about now.
mhm.
Um all the Europeans are asleep by now.
Well, yeah, because they're cringe ass Europeans. Imagine being European, couldn't be me. Anyway,
Couldn't, couldn't be
Imagine
me.
being American.
yeah, being American is more depressing than anything else.
Should
The fact that I have to walk into school, which is supposed to be safe, and think, man, this might be my last day on this earth, is fucked.
Oh
Let's save
God,
this
I
for
hate
another day.
that.
Let's save this for another day,
Oh,
or at least off
now I'm
top.
gonna have an existential crisis.
So I have a scenario for you. So imagine you're above the age of 21 and you walk into a bar and you're like, "Hey, can I have a rum and coke?" And the lady or the bartender just says, "Is rum and Pepsi okay?" How would you react?
I think I would scream like Siren Head.
No, you are not doing the "Brrr" at this poor innocent worker. So
how
Turn
back
into a
one was
goddamn car
so
alarm.
I'm going to the UK in the summer.
Oh
Fingers
yeah.
crossed. Hopefully that happens. And the drinking age there is 18, which means I'll be old enough to drink when I go there. I swear to
Yeah.
God, if I go up and I'm like, "Hey, can I get a rum and coke?" and they say, "Is rum and Pepsi okay?" That bar is going to be burned to the ground. In game, in game, in game.
Oh, okay.
a
So
game.
it's fine for me to. It's not fine for me to scream like like Siren Head, but it's okay for you to burn the place down in game.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Dan.
Because it's okay.
Arson's
How
my
have you never
favorite
done
crime in game.
In game.
in
I mean, and in real life too, because I'm convicted of 13 arson charges. I'm kidding.
That's what you're.
in the metaverse, my favorite crime is arson.
Yeah.
Can you light fires in the metaverse?
You just gotta hop into the whatever CS:GO mode they'll have on there and just throw Molotovs.
I mean, that would work. And then just like bring the Molotovs like out of CS:GO and then just like go throw it at just
An orphanage. A metaverse orphanage.
A metaverse orphanage. For the
it's just all the metaverse like NPC children. Just murder them all.
Yeah.
All the metaverse things.
I'm gonna go to Metaverse Court.
Oh, what are they gonna do?
Okay.
Decrease my polygons? Shut up.
Fuck you gonna do to me? Decrease my polygon? Shut the fuck up, okay?
No, they're gonna turn me into a marketable figure.
Oh god. They're gonna turn you into an NFT.
No!
Oh no!
No, don't screenshot me, please.
Oh no, they're turning me into a U2s. No.
Hey, I'm not against that because I actually get money for that.
Fair.
An unlicensed U2.
No!
PogChamp.
Thank you for your input. What was that noise, Sarah? That made the audio in OBS peak.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck was that? It sounded like a Rancor from Star Wars.
Oh god, I'm dying.
I think that's a good time to end it.
Maybe.
We haven't reached an hour yet, but whatever. Yeah.
We're
Who's texting
devolving.
me? Oh, it's a news article.
How
Let's read the
fast
headline, why don't we?
Okay.
CU buffs Jarek Brossard puts name in transfer portal. Why the fuck do I care about that?
I was about to say, who the hell is that and why do we care?
I
How
don't know.
fast- Gotta be honest. Because we've been so many Disney jokes today.
Yeah.
From the Rancor to the fucking, like... And I think every time I do the Mickey laugh is just more times that Disney is just lining that sniper up. That mouse-shaped sniper. I can see the beam coming
The
through my
bullets are
window
mouse
now.
shaped.
Yeah, they're just setting up their like shooting squad for us. They're like they are currently training their soldiers to come and place us in like a shooting squad.
That's a rather high note to end it off on. All right.
And if we do not come back in a week, you know where we are.
You know where we are. Yeah. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment your questions down below. Like, subscribe. If you're listening on YouTube, check out the Anchor. If you're listening on Anchor, check us out on YouTube. If you're listening anywhere else, good luck. Okay. Any closing remarks?
If this is pirated to SoundCloud, please drop your mixtapes below. I promise.
Yeah. We should just rate their mixtapes. How to get copyrighted almost instantly. Let's go.
Rating your mixtapes
some
live
SoundCloud rappers.
Alright, Seraph, any thoughts? Any final closing thoughts?
I do not think so. I do not think. Period. Very rarely do I.
Okay. Um. All right. That's the end of
Speaking
that. Like, subscribe. Bye.